This could change everything for the Lakers as D'Angelo Russell was able to break out of his shooting slump and LeBron is starting to look like himself again. And the Lakers were able to get a road victory despite the lackluster second half. And that is in large part due to superstar center Anthony Davis, who is looking more and more like an MVP candidate. What's good? I'm Okechi Apakama, and this is Lakers Digest coming at you with another video. And before we get into that game recap we have for you guys, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already to get those Laker updates. And we're ever so close to 3,000 subscribers, guys. So each and every one of you guys who subscribe to the channel really help out. Now, without out the way, let's hop straight into that game recap as the Lakers get the job done in Toronto. So the Lakers were able to scrape out a victory 131 to 125. And the Lakers had a very good first half, but it wasn't coupled with a good second half as the Toronto Raptors were able to climb back into that game and really make a bit of a game out of it. And some part of it was the Raptors were playing well, but some other parts where the Lakers weren't really having their foot on the gas, and just a couple different things that we're going to break down here. So first and foremost, let's look at that box score for the Lakers as Anthony Davis led the way once again. Like I said at the start, he's looking like an MVP candidate, which every passing day, he had 38 points to go along with 11 rebounds, a couple of assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. And then LeBron James was fabulous as well. He had 27 points to go along with 5 of 8 from 3 to go with 10 assists, 6 rebounds, and a steal. D'Angelo Russell finally broke out of that shooting slump. He had 3 3-pointers, and he had 19 points to go along with 6 assists and only 2 turnovers. Austin Reaves had a bit of a scare there, rolling his ankle there, but he seemed to be fine as he continued to play. He had over 14 free throws. He was getting to the line, and then he had 20 points in that one. And then off the bench, while the points don't show up too much, the Lakers did play better off the bench with Connect being a +4 and then Max Strus being a +7 in his minutes. So the bench got a little bit more production, not in terms of scoring, but just more in terms of like better production and not being as bad as they were in previous games. But the Lakers, it was a tale of two halves really, because in that first half they really dominated the Toronto Raptors in every facet of the game. In that end of the first quarter, the score was 43-19. And then to go into the second quarter and then into the first half, the Lakers had up to 73 points in that one. So they were really dominating the game, and it was it showed that the Raptors, for one part, didn't really have their main guys, and it was mostly just a few good NBA players they had, and then some of the other guys who were just been cycling through the Raptors rotation, some of the end of the bench guys, and some guys that you don't really know too much about. And you had the Lakers on that side of the ball kind of dropped the ball there in that second half. So in that first half, like I said, everything was good for the Lakers. LeBron and AD were really going to work on this a little bit smaller Raptors team, and then they also had nice production from Austin Reaves before he had rolled his ankle there. And then D'Angelo Russell, like I said, he really looked nice during the game, and he actually had some nice parts in the second half of the game, as that's where the Lakers really started to falter a little bit from an effort and energy standpoint. And that kind of is going to happen in like long road trips and periods of time like this, where the Lakers are going to have these long road trips going to different cities in multiple days. And, if you go up against a team where you're expected to win, sometimes the effort is not always going to be there all 48 minutes. But as long as the Lakers were able to get the dub like they were, I'm going to be fine for it for the most part. But there were some things to definitely nitpick in this one, because you cannot be having those moments of where these teams are coming back in that second half there. But give credit where credit is due, as the Toronto Raptors in this one, they had 3 guys really show up for them. Jakob Poeltl, who is a pretty solid center out there, he had 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists, which is pretty impressive for him to go along with 3 blocks. And then RJ Barrett, who is kind of the best player for them right now. He had 33 points, 12 assists, and 5 rebounds. And then Grady Dick, who was a rookie last season and is going into a second year this year. It's looking like he's starting to make the leap and play a lot better, as he had 31 points to go along with 7 rebounds and 3 assists and 5 3-pointers. So they have a couple of nice players right there who played pretty well for them in the second half, and they were able to make a game out of the Lakers, as like I said, there were some lackluster things, some turnovers that shouldn't have happened, and then that led the Raptors to get on the fast break, where the Lakers are pretty poor as a team, and that is going to be an issue for these games to come, is that transition defense. And they were giving up a lot of points in that area, and that's where guys like RJ Barrett, when he can get to his left hand, he can do a lot of things for you. And then Redick, who is a proven shooter, it looks like, as he's able to knock down some shots for them. And Jakob played pretty solid for them as well. So give credit where credit is due. Yes, the Raptors had some guys that played well, but the Lakers should have taken care of this game by more than double digits. So they still have some things to work around and work to, but a large reason why they won this game was their main star, their main stud. This guy has been tremendous this season, and that is Anthony Davis, who is looking like an MVP candidate. And I really have to give Anthony Davis his flowers, because it is looking like he is the number one option, and he's looking like a top 5 player right now in the NBA. No question about it. This guy has been tremendous to start the season, not only on the defensive side of the ball, where he always holds his hat on and is going to show up every single night, but on the offensive side of the ball, being the hub of the offense is what JJ Redick talked about during the offseason. And he has really shown that he can be that leading scorer and kind of have like LeBron James be a guy that can take a bit of a backseat and be the number 2 guy, as while he is the number 1 guy for this offense. But just today, it was tremendous from Anthony Davis. 38 points, 12 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 block shots off of 14 of 20 shooting from the field. He's tied for the most 35-point games this season. And yes, it is early. We're only 6 games into this NBA season, but Anthony Davis looks like an MVP candidate, because if he keeps this up, I don't see any round where this guy is not in the conversation and possibly even winning if the Lakers have a good record up there at the top 4 of that Western Conference standings. So Anthony Davis playing like this bodes so well for the Lakers, because if he is looking like this, there is a lot of teams that cannot stop Anthony Davis whatsoever. They just don't have the personnel. They don't have the manpower. They need multiple guys to really hone in on AD and stop him. So if he's looking like this right now it's just for the rest of the guys to really come to the party and really add to their value. And we saw a bit of it. We saw a bit of that with obviously LeBron James, who's going to do his part in the big moments and big games. And then D'Angelo Russell was finally to knock down some shots. Austin Reaves looked a lot better to start the season. And then, I didn't show you there earlier, but Rui Hachimura had a poor game, and this was his first poor game of the season. So I'll give him some grace on that one, because it is going to happen. He isn't going to be a guy that's going to consistently score 18 plus points in a game every night. So I gave him a little bit grace on this one. See if he can bounce back against the Detroit Pistons on Monday. But the Lakers, that starting unit is continuing to look very solid and very sturdy. It's a very viable group. They were a big reason why the Lakers got off to a fast start. I believe it was 20-9 at one point. So the Lakers got off to a quick start because of that starting unit, and then they're able to keep pouring it on. So they just have to keep up that effort and energy throughout the game, and that is going to come with time, obviously, when the Lakers get more into their offensive and defensive systems, and hopefully get some players back, because we did get a bit of some news on Jared Vanderbilt, who still feeling is some minor discomfort, and it looks like there's going to be another time that he's going to be reevaluated about either 1 week or so from now. So hopefully we can get some word from Jared Vanderbilt, because a guy like him coming back into the rotation could be massive for the Los Angeles Lakers, especially with the way that they're playing right now. JJ Redick has got these boys playing in a structured offense and defense, and it's showing as Lakers are off to a 4-2 start to start the season. But that's probably going to be it for this game recap, guys. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below of what you guys think of Anthony Davis and his tremendous play to start the season. And what do you guys think of D'Angelo Russell? Do you think him kind of turning the corner, hitting his shots, can really help the Lakers, not only in those starting units, but also sometimes in those bench units, as he is looked at to be the lead guard in some of those moments? So if he can get going, what do you think that can do for the Los Angeles Lakers? And like I said before, there is about 78% of you guys who are not subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of those Laker news and updates, especially with the NBA season underway and in-season tournament is coming up very soon. So we'll see if the Lakers will able to recapture that NBA Cup title once again like they did last season. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of the updates. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.